Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Teens Fun Hub, coming your way on Aneke TV. At Teens Fun Hub, we discuss and dissect matters concerning teenagers, their lifestyle, their education, relationship, fears and challenges, name it all. We talk about all of them here at Teens Fun Hub. You're welcome once again to another edition this week. I hope you enjoyed the edition we brought to you last week. It was fully loaded, and this time around, we are coming in with another load of exciting entertainment. I need you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I remain your host, your guide, your favorite auntie, Auntie Onyi. We'll be going over for a short break, and after that, we'll start in the engine. Sit back and enjoy. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Teens Fun Hub on Aneke TV. Now we are on to the past heroes segments. Do you know your past heroes? Do you know their achievements? Do you know their contributions to the society? I want you to sit back and listen to Ifoma as she educates you about our past heroes. Welcome once again.
Thank you, Auntie Oyi. I'm very excited to be here. Hello viewer, my name is Ifoma and I'm going to take you on the segment Past Heroes and Their History. On today's segment, I'm going to talk about Onyeka Onwenu. Onyeka Onwenu was born on 31st January 1952 in Anambra State. Her family roots hails from Aro in the Izuogu in Idato North, Imo State. Her father, an educator and a politician, died in a car accident when she was about 4 years. She was raised in Port Harcourt in Rivers State. Education. Onyeka Onwenu obtained a bachelor's degree in International Relations and Communication from Wellesley College, Massachusetts, and a Master for Arts in Media Study from New School for Social Research in New York. Careers and achievements. Onyeka Onwenu has a multifaceted careers like acting, activism, music, public service, and broadcasting. These are her key accomplishments and her contribution. Music. Onyeka Onwenu emerged as a significant figure in Nigeria in 1980s. These are some of her music that made her famous. One Love, You and I, Dancing in the Sun, For the Love of You, etc. She collaborated with King Sunny Ade, a major musician, on songs like Wait For Me and Choices, contributing to public health and social message. Her music often deals with social issues, human rights, children's welfare, HIV and AIDS awareness, peace and mutual coexistence, broadcasting and journalism. Onyeka Onwenu worked for NTA, Nigerian Television Authority, as a reporter, newsreader, and a broadcaster. She wrote and presented the Nigerian document, A Scourging of Riches, in 1982. This documentary criticized corruption and governance issues in Nigeria. Acting and film. Onyeka Onwenu acted in many Nollywood movies. These are some of her notable titles: Widow's Court, Half of a Yellow Moon, Rising Moon, Foreigner's God, Ijawele, and Lionheart. In 2016, Onyeka Onwenu won an African Movie Academy Award for the Best Actress in a Supporting Role for Widow's Court, and she was nominated as the Best Actress in a leading role for Rising Moon. Public service and activism. Onyeka Onwenu served as a chairperson for the Imo State Council for Arts and Culture. In 2013, she was appointed Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Women Development in Abuja. Legacies and honor. Oyeka Owenu had a honorific MFR, Member of Order of Federal Republic of Nigeria. She is known for standing up for artists, and she earned a nickname, Elegant Stallion, because of her grace, her powers in many fields, and her great personality. Her songs are well loved, spanning generation, and she's considered a cultural icon in Nigeria and beyond. And death. Oyeka Owenu died on 30th July in 2024. She collapsed after performing at a birthday party in Lagos, and she was taken to Reddington Hospital, where she later died. On 30th of August 2024, she was buried privately as requested. And this is the end of my segment today. I hope you are thrilled by the information I gave you about Mrs. Oyeka Owenu. And now I'm going to hand over to the next segment, Entertainment G's. Over to you, Miss Princess.
Thank you, Ify. I hope you enjoyed the segment. Welcome. Hi viewer, my name is Annie Princess, and today I'll be taking you on Entertainment Gist. I will be telling you about Adakirekere, cause I guess you don't know much about her. Adakirekere, whose real name is Uchechi Okonkwo Treasure, is a very talented Nigerian child actress, teen model, brand influencer, entertainer, and I guess you don't also know that she's a gospel artist. Adakirekere started her acting career at a very young age and had featured in over 100 Nollywood movies. In 2024, Adakirekere won the Best Teen Actress Award at both the Nollywood Travel Film Festival and the Nollywood Film Investment Summit and Award. Adakirekere's rise to fame can be attributed to a couple of notable films like The Seven Rose, Good Doctor, Chifimo and Adakirekere, and This Very Christmas, and most importantly, her early online presence. Before her acting breakthrough, she was already creating waves online by being a comedian in YouTube and also gaining popularity by creating covers of songs by artists like Mercy Chinwo and Chioma Jesus. Adakirekere's net worth is said to be around $50,000 to $70,000. Adakirekere's charming personality and dedication made her a beloved figure in Nigerian entertainment. I hope you enjoyed my gist for today. Be ready for another gist, same time next week, for another Berekete gist of another teen celebrity. I'll be handing over to Antioyi.
Thank you so much, Princess, for that wonderful rendition. I actually learned so much from you today. I mean, I never really knew who Adakirekere was until today. Like, I never took my phone to browse who she is. But today, I can actually assure you that I've learned, at least if you ask me, who is this lady, I can tell you who she is. Well, thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you. Now, we are moving on to the next segment, which is the discussion segment. And today, we'll be dissecting something. We'll be discussing about something, a very important topic, a very crucial topic. I mean, today in Nigeria, we have a lot of complaining adults who complain bitterly. They complain bitterly about their past. I mean, any adult, some adults in their 50s and 60s today, when you ask them, what is your biggest regrets? What is your mistakes? If we rewind time now, what will you do? They will tell you, when I was so and so age, if I did this, I would have been happier. If I did this, I would have been happier. But come on, we can actually stop that at a very tender age. So today we are talking about something that is going to help you not to make the same mistakes the adults are making. Today we are talking about time management, and I hope you are ready to learn about time management. Joining me in the studio today are some vibrant and intelligent teenagers who will be teaching us by their experience what they know about time management. From my left, I have
Ofia Kalista.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And next is
Ede Collins.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And finally, we have You are welcome to the show. You are looking so bright and beautiful. I must commend.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wow. Okay. So, you've heard what the topic is. It is a very important topic. I believe you confirm that too, right?
Yeah.
So, teenagers generally, they think they have not started life. But in this program, we want to tell them that once you are out of your mommy's belly, life has started for you. But the thing is, it's stage by stage. So, in the teenage stage, what we are looking out for is learning. I mean, there's a time you will get in life and the society will now be demanding from you. But if you're not fully prepared about this time or that season in your life, you will not really have anything much to give out to the society. So I believe we understand that teenagers are supposed to be like, you're supposed to be getting in, you're supposed to be garbaging in at this stage. So I want to ask the first question. I'll start with you. Okay, I'll start with you because you're very close to me. So when did you realize that you need to start managing your time? When did it occur to you that you have to start managing your time?
Okay, I realized that I should manage my time properly during my last birthday. So on my birthday, I decided to have a rethink of how I've spent the past years of my life. And it occurred to me that I've wasted a whole lot of times doing irrelevant things, scrolling on the internet, having discussions that won't add any value to my life. And at that point, I just said to myself, girl, if you don't stop this, you're going to be useless. I just had to tell myself the truth. And on that day also, a memory flashed back to my mind. I remember something that happened in 2023. So 2023, my spiritual director took me to a graveyard and we went around, we had a little tour there, and he said, Calista, here lies thousands of unused talents. And that really hits me. And I thought of how it would look if I go back to my creator without achieving the purpose which he created me for. And I knew that I can't achieve anything wasting time. I have to make proper use of my time if I want to be relevant to the society. So that was the point, my last birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
My God. She said something that struck me. She said they went to the graveyard and he told you that a lot of talents are lying down here. Unused talents. So how do we now use talents? Like, that means if you don't start doing anything with your time, you will end up like them.
Yes.
I mean, that's a serious thing, though, but it's actually so heartbreaking that it's not all teenagers that see this from your own light. Because I know of people that don't even think in this light at all. They don't even imagine it. Ah, my God. All right, thank you so much, Calista.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So, I think I'll still direct this question to you. Since you have realized that time management is essential, what have you started doing? What are the things, what are your strategies to, start managing your time? How are you going on with it?
Okay. When I realized that if I don't take proper use of my time, I would end up being useless, I started being intentional on how I spend my time. Every day I have a to-do list. Although when I started newly, I was not consistent. And another thing, I made the to-do list so complicated. I didn't make it realistic. So it was really tough for me. But when I realized that if I make this to-do list, if I reduce the tasks I add there, I would achieve it. I would achieve everything that I wanted to do on that day. I started doing it, and there has been a whole lot of changes in my life.
Because I'm tempted to ask you, do you even have a to-do list?
Well,
Do you have a
I'm
to-do
a guy.
list?
I'm
You're
a guy. So, it's normal for us.
Not to have a to-do list.
The to-do list,
It's not for you.
my dear, if I get I know if you do.
It's not
Yeah,
for you.
understand.
Okay, so she said something like having a list of things unrealistic list that she might never come to.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll write something like read for 8 hours.
Yeah, she's
8
actually
hours
sincere.
straight.
She's actually sincere.
Five
by-
subjects.
She might
by
write
saying
read for 8
unrealistic.
hours. But actually in real life she's only studying for 2 hours.
1
Even
hour.
if- uh-huh.
1 hour.
So she might actually be studying for just 2 hours and she'll write there because that is what she wants.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the picture she wants. I mean, she's going somewhere and she has seen that if I want to get to where I'm going to, it's 8 hours that will help me. But personally, I realized something. You don't start from the roof to build a house.
Yes.
You actually start from the ground level. You might start with that 1 hour. Before you know it, you're engrossed. 2 hours has passed. 3 hours has passed.
Yes.
And then that's how time goes on. Alright, we'll be taking the next question. And that is you, Sir Collins. The way I'm looking at you, I don't know what to say, but I will reserve my comments. So, okay, before I ask this question, do you have a time thief in your life? Is there something you are doing, something you do, a person you used to talk to? Is there something that always takes your time away? And you will not even realize that time is passing, but you are busy doing that thing. Just, do you have?
Well, I won't say I have.
Oh, you don't have?
You get, because I once had,
Okay.
when all I had to do was go to Facebook, go to YouTube, go to X,
Social media.
the
That's
social
the
media.
main
You
time
understand?
tip.
So, but at a point, man, if you find money for important something, see, my dear, no be person will tell you have to work hard for something like this.
So
actually,
let me say this thing. This guy
you
is not
understand?
talking like a teenager.
So, you have to see some certain things and, put more interest on them than, all this. You just go to social media and look at people that has already made their own life. You understand? So, you now have to talk to yourself. You really have to talk to yourself, and then you see there are some irrelevant things you have to drop so as to be able to move forward in life. And that was what I did. So that's why I said I am not sure I really have such. You understand? So that's it.
So, you said social media
Yes.
was
Yes,
your time
was.
tip.
It's not that I don't go there now, but
Yeah, I
the
get.
duration
I
of
get.
yes.
So, currently, you have overcome.
Yes.
So, how did you overcome it? Because I know some teenagers out there will be like, Mommy too, sometimes I'll just sit down, lie down. What am I doing? I'm just pressing my phone. I'm just pressing my phone. So, how did you go on with it? Like, how did you escape from this distraction?
Okay. Maybe I should say it wasn't actually my fault. I didn't actually do it intentional. It just seemed like maybe it was something they thought it would be good for me. You understand? So those criminals, they actually dealt with me, but I am enjoying it now because I went somewhere and on coming back, my phone got stolen. You understand? And I was without the phone for like 2 years. You understand? So I had to forget anything about
Android.
yes. And there was not even like the button phone. There was none for me. You understand? So I went into learning a skill. I'm actually a graphic designer. I entered the media field. So you see that there, like, it's that place isn't necessary. You understand? Because if you go there, I think it should be better to go there to find people you want to emulate, not just to go there and wallow away your time. You understand? So that was how it happened.
Okay, what about you, Lesson? How did you unwrap this distraction in your life? Because I know you have one. It could be that same social media, but don't tell me. I don't want to know your secrets. Tell me how you overcame the distraction.
Firstly, I said to myself, how did these people in social media, like, how did they just sit and just make a video and I'll sit down whole day and just while away my time and watch them? It's just like wasting my own time and listening to them making their own money out there. So I was like, a day, I just said to myself, it's better I just wake up and try doing things on my own, like try and make things that I can do. Like I started following my mom to work, because staying at home just is just like wasting your time, because you won't do anything at home. So I had to follow my mom to work. Going to work doesn't mean that I cannot press my phone there, but there is time for everything. You can't be working and be pressing your phone. It doesn't make sense. So I had to just focus my mind on one thing, that is to work. So at the end of the day, you realize that I didn't press the phone for like 2 hours, but I worked like 12 hours. Things like that. You know that it's overcoming it a little. So that is how I just realized that keeping all these social medias, because it's actually a burden, and oh god, it's actually something that really wasted my time a lot. So I feel like working and not being on my phone always, it's actually helped me a lot.
I must commend you. You said something that ministered to my spirit. She said, and I said to myself, just like the prodigal son, you came back to your senses. And you said that word kept coming to me. Immediately you released it. It was as if it was coming directly to me.
Yeah.
And I believe we are now trying to say to ourselves, we're now trying to pick out those things, those time thieves that are taking away our time, our value, our resource. I know you are adjusting your life as you hear us say these things. All right, we'll move over to the next question. So, okay, this is something I used to do a lot of times, and I used to wonder. In fact, I'm not wondering. I know you people used to do it. You will set alarm. You will set alarm, because I believe sometimes we don't really. It's as if it's not, when we are sleeping, we don't even remember that time is actually ticking.
Yes.
So you don't even want any distraction, because anything at that moment is distracting your sleep. You will set alarm, one name, Tetenora. You will wake up and you will snooze it and go back to sleep.
My alarm says wake up. You understand? But that's feeling when, like, maybe you are having a dream, maybe when you are building a mansion, something like that. And then the alarm is there, and I'll be like, hi, what the where is this coming? I'll just stand. I keep sleeping. You understand? So, like, the alarm, I don't even snooze. I tend to turn off my phone.
You will turn it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew there was something with you the moment I saw you. There was something odd with you. So okay, whenever you now snooze your alarm, let's say you say you off your own. I used to snooze my own. I used to snooze my own. So anytime you off your alarm, how does the day now turn out? Because
to be honest, the day just feels like you wake up from the wrong side of the bed. Everything just
upside down.
There is nothing going the way it's meant to go. Like,
because the alarm was meant to start.
Yes, but once I turned it off, I disorganized my day.
It's like saying after A we have B then C. But when you now turn off the alarm, you have removed A.
Yes,
and then you're starting with B.
Yes, and then shifting the C to E. You understand?
Okay, so how do you feel? I'll ask you this question. How do you feel? Because time is money. Sure. I believe that whoever said that thing had something else in mind. Yes. Maybe that person was trying to say something, but the closest thing he could relate time with was money. And I found out that it is true. Maybe time is not exactly money, but time is a currency. So, let's say you snoozed at your alarm and you were supposed to go for an event. You're supposed to go for an event. So, after, I'm actually guilty of this. So, as I'm talking to you, it's as if it's bouncing back at me. So, after you have snoozed your alarm and you get to that event. So, now we're not talking about how scattered your day has been because you turned off the alarm. You got there, let's say late. You got to the event you were planning to go for. Late. How does it feel? Now, hold on. You're going to tell me the different feelings you have when you come for an event. Like, let's say 5 minutes. Tell me about the fresh air, the ventilation you feel, and when you just rush in. See, I'm here for this program. Like, tell me the difference. I want to know.
Okay, I think I'll tell you a story. I have had that particular, how will I say it, like that feeling both when I was going to school and to a special event. That was meant to be my first time being someone's, at a wedding, the men on suits. You understand? So, but actually, it didn't work out because I was really late. You understand? So, the guy was now like, Collins, have fun. You don't want me to dance. I was like, I came early now, and he said, take your time. Then, like, they were done with the mass, going for the reception when I came. You understand? So, he was actually disappointed, and at the same time I wasn't happy because it would have been a pleasure, you understand, to be a man on suit for the guy. Then on the other hand, the day I went to school late because I actually slept early at night though. That's the funny part. And there's this dream. There are some dreams you have like this.
This one you're always talking about dream. I feel it. You like sleeping.
Sometimes
I
enjoy it.
Like this, I think you said social media. I'm not sure it's social media that is your time to.
No, wait.
Sleep.
Sleep is really.
It
has really dealt with me, honestly. So, but when I got to school, after I was rushing actually because when I woke up, I realized that, man, So I tried to buckle up and then get to school. On getting to school, my first class has ended. And joining the second one, they were now like asking a question from the past one. And to be honest, sleep came again in the class.
Ha! I said it. I was right.
You understand? So trying to sleep again in the class and then asking the question, thinking I was there in the first class. Man, I disgraced my damn self inside the class, you understand? So, and you know that feeling when, like, you say something and everybody in the class laughs at you. You know that?
Yes,
you understand?
I do.
So, I think, well, let's stop here for now. Yeah.
All right, Kalista, what about you? You have any experience to share with us when you came late and, versus when you came early, maybe 5 minutes?
Okay, when I was in school, I was a well-known latecomer. I was known for that actually. And it wasn't good at all. It got so bad that I couldn't go to school early, no matter the time I woke up, because it was already a part of me and it was really bad. At a point, I was even praying about that. I said, look, what is this? So it doesn't give a good feeling at all. It doesn't give it. And at the point when they selected prefect during my set, I was given the post of a labor prefect. And you know what that means? I need to be coming on time. I'm the one that gives.
That was good.
Punishment.
That was good, trying to help your life.
To latecomers. At first, I couldn't still do it. Whenever I come to school, they're already catching latecomers. And as a prefect, I just walk past. Go into my class. But at a point, I decided to make a change. I said, no. I'm not giving a good example to my junior students. I have to change this. And I started waking up on time. I started, being fast during my church time. And that was how I overcame that. And I'm really excited about that. And the day I felt so good about that was when our English teacher, one day she came into the class and she was talking to the latecomers on that day, and she was not like, look at Ofia, she comes to school on time.
What a testimony.
So I was like, oh my God, is this possible? So yeah, that was it.
Wow. I was touched. I mean, I think it was God trying to bring you out of this dungeon of always coming to school late. And it actually worked. Anyway, we are gradually coming to an end of this segment. I believe you learned a lot from the experiences. But finally, we'll be asking this last question. The question is, from your experience, what is your advice to your fellow teenagers when it comes to the skill of time management, when it comes to time management? Blessing.
Okay, I would say that we should learn how to say no to some things, yes, because you will schedule things that you will do a day, and one of your friends will be like, "Nah, man, let's just go out, will not take long. Let's just, go around and come back." You already know you have this time is for this and this time is for this. You just be like, okay, let me just give you 2 minutes, my dear. That 2 minutes, you spend more than an hour, and just to stroll along, just not like you just go out and go and come back. You have to be talking now, just, and you see, after doing those things, you realize that it's an hour, and for you to go back to that place, you see that you have things that you will not do very well. Then you just learn how to say no to some things. Yeah, I think that's well.
Learning how to say no. Thank you so much for that whole lesson. All right, Collins.
Okay. For instance, if you were to be given 24 sweets to use for a whole day, you have to share it. Some for your homework, some for your games, and maybe some for your friends when they come around to play with you. That should also be the same thing when you are given 24 hours. You have to manage it accordingly. The bad news is time waits for no one, and the good thing is you are the pilot of that time. It's you to handle the 24 hours, not the other way around. So, if you reach your turn, my dear teenager out there, waste your time, you understand? But as for me, I'm trying as much as possible not to waste my time. From the words of Gege, he always says, had I known would be the last statement of a fool. So, I wish that you teenagers out there, my fellow teenagers, you learn how to manage your time, because it would benefit you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Collins. Thank you so much. I love this piece of advice with a touch of sarcasm there.
Thank you.
All right, Kalista.
Okay, one of the ways my advice to teenagers is to have self-control and also be disciplined. One of my major time thief, as you called it, wasn't social media. It was discussion, irrelevant discussion. I like talking. I just like discussing. I like talking, gossiping. It took most of my time. And sometimes I find myself discussing with people that I shouldn't discuss with, having conversations that I shouldn't have. And you know what the scripture says? The scripture says that when you discuss with fools, you become a fool too. So I wasn't just wasting my time, I was gradually becoming a fool. So when you waste your time, you are not just wasting the time, you are losing your values. Do you understand? Yes. So you have to be very intentional on how you spend your time. And time management is not just about the amount of work you do in a day. It's about achieving your goals and unlocking many potentials that you didn't know about. Thank you.
Wow. She said something. She loves talking. She's in the right place. Well, that brings this segment to an end. I believe you learned a lot from this segment. They taught you and they taught me, because I learned for myself. There are some things I'll start doing. These guys touched my soul today. They touched my soul. So in conclusion, I need you to know that success is a gradual process.
Yes.
It does not come by accident.
Yes.
Yes, you have a big dream of becoming a medical doctor, a lawyer, whatever that could be. You do not just start from maybe when you are 20 to start doing that. You start now. You start putting effort to your time. You start making good progress. So I want you to start now, to start building your life. Take your time seriously. Take your time seriously. Manage your time properly. Don't let it waste away. And I want you to finally remember, Rome was not built in a day. So that future will take time to mature. Until next time, I want you to sit back and enjoy the remaining segments we have on the show. Coming up next is the health tips. Health is wealth. Get ready for that section.
Thank you, Anthony, for handing over to me. Now I'm going to be taking you guys on the health tips segment. Today we're going to be discussing on tips to help you maintain a healthy relationship. So a lot of times when we talk about relationship, what comes to our mind is romantic partnership. But no, relationship encompasses far more than that. It includes family bonds, friendships, professional connections, and lots more. So, nurturing healthy relationships helps you to build your mental and emotional well-being. So, with higher chances, when you have a healthy relationship, the higher chances of peaceful coexistence and a sound mind. So now, before we dive into the tips to help you maintain a healthy relationship, I want to give you guys 4 characteristics, 4 guidelines to know when you are in or out of a healthy relationship. First, open communication. 2, mutual trust. 3, support. 4, empathy. These are the 4 outlines to know when you are in or out of a healthy relationship. Then we're moving over to the tips to help you maintain a healthy relationship. 1, effective communication. Communication is the foundation of every relationship. We must learn to engage in authentic discussions that will build trust and understanding. We must learn to listen actively and to express ourselves clearly. Secondly, tolerance and acceptance. We must recognize that everyone has their own different perspective and opinions. So we must learn to respect and accept differences. By so doing, we will grow together. And finally, respect for boundaries. We must establish and respect individual boundaries. Avoid arguing on every detail and prioritize mutual understanding. When we respect each other's needs, then we can achieve more on personal levels and strengthen our relationship. Finally, having a healthy relationship has a significant impact on our mental well-being. When you have a healthy relationship, you will experience reduced stress, increased happiness, and a sense of belonging. A sound mind and body are closely linked, so we should make sure to engage in relationships that build us and help us to live well. So, until I come your way next time, I remain Miss Ugochinaza. Remember, health is wealth. Stay safe. Now, I'll be handing over to Anthony to take us on the remaining part of the show. Sit back and stay tuned. Bye.
Thank you so much, Chinaza, for that lovely health tip. I hope you learned so much from that. I hope you learned that the relationships, the people you have around you, can actually influence your health. Thank you so much once again for that. Moving on into the talent display segment. And with me in the studio is...
Emmanuel C. Okwu.
Okay, Emmanuel C.E. Obudu, am I right?
Emmanuel C. Okwu.
C. Okay, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Just give us a brief introduction about yourself.
I am a creative graphic designer and the creative mind behind Emmanuel Graphics.
Okay, just tell us what motivated you to start up this graphic design thing. Was it just inborn? Did you just start with the system and you found out that I'm good at this, or it was something you gave your time to start learning?
It is something I give my time to start learning, and I'm a creative person since birth. I have passion for creativity.
Okay, that's beautiful, because I believe that creative spirit in you will drive you into this graphic design. Am I correct? Okay, tell us about your mentors and how they have influenced your journey so far.
For mentors, I have about, there are many mentors I'm looking up to. There are many people in the industry I'm looking up to. I have Savitri in one, Opera again now, and there are many.
Okay, so how have these people influenced your journey?
Their presence on the online space, they are doing well there.
Okay, is there no one that you, like someone you always relate to, someone whenever you have difficulty in a task, you just reach out to him and say, please, I need your help, this, that?
Yes, my coach Victory.
Okay, can you tell us a little about Coach Victory?
He's a great man and a good coach also, and he's Africa Award graphic designer. Like, he won an award in the industry for Africa.
Okay, I can see you have one of your designs with you. I think let me have. Okay, this is Happy Independence Day to Nigeria. This was designed by Emmanuel here with us in the studio. And Emmanuel, can you tell us, like, we already know that green is for Nigeria, but this lady here now, why is she sitting down and why is her arms crossed on her shoulder? Can you, like, tell us what's bettered this stream of creativity?
This is just a sign to show that she feels relaxed in the country. She feels that there is peace. Why she is holding her flag, showing her love for the country.
Okay, her sitting down shows the peace in the country. Hey, I would have said something, but let it be. Her sitting down shows the peace we have in Nigeria, and then
there is no shaking. She just relaxed.
Okay, she's just relaxed, and the arms shows love. I don't know if it's the current Nigeria or. All right, that's actually a beautiful one, and if you can see this design is actually out of this world. It's so beautiful. It's actually giving a message. So I think this is very beautiful. This is very beautiful. So your parents, are they in support of this career of yours, or are you just the man handling everything?
They're in support of it.
So tell us about your challenges so far in graphic designing.
My challenge so far as a graphic designer, I would say, is creative block. It's not every time the inspiration keeps flowing. So sometimes all you need to stop that challenges or the challenge is just to take some rest and come back.
Oh, by just taking rest, something comes back to your spirit and you're able to design more. So when you designed this thing, how did the inspiration come?
It was flowing.
It was flowing. So inside your head now, you were just believing that the peace and love in Nigeria was overflowing. Thank you so much for that. So what are your dreams, your aspiration? Where do you intend to go with graphic designing? Do you just intend to have it as a side hustle? Because that's what most people do, graphic designing as a side hustle. So what do you intend to do? What's your dream? Like, where do you intend to take this graphic designing? To the whole world, or just to people in Enugu?
To the world.
Oh, to the world. I love that dream. So how are you planning on taking it out to the world?
By building a strong online presence.
Building a strong online presence. Okay. How do you do that?
By sharing my work and impacting knowledge on people's lives in the industry online.
So what is your advice to the teenagers out there with hidden talents they are not yet ready to unleash the things they have inside? What is your advice to them?
Well, I'll say to them, if there's anything watching that have passion for creativity or visuals, should start now, especially when it comes to designing. The person should start now, because you don't actually need a PC to start. You can start with your smartphone, then from there you can upgrade.
All right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for coming to the show. It was actually a nice time having Emmanuel here on the show with us in the Display of Talent segment. And that will be the end of this segment. We still have something else for you. One more segment, the Do You Know segment. A segment that opens us to a whole new world that we never knew of. Just sit back and enjoy as Chidebube unravels the things we do not know of. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Oyi. Welcome, viewers. My name is Miss Chidebe, and I'm going to be taking you on the segment, Do You Know? I hope you enjoyed my last topic where I talked about a lake in Tanzania that can turn animals into statues. Now today, I'll be sharing an interesting one with you. Do you know that there's a type of fungus that can actually turn insects into zombies? Firstly, I would like to define what a fungus is. A fungus is an organism that obtains its nutrients by decomposing organic materials or matter and forming symbiotic relationships with other animals, and also characterized by its unique cell walls and reproductive structures like spores. The fungus, scientifically referred to as Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, commonly known as the zombie ant fungus. This fungus infects carpenter ants and manipulates their behavior to facilitate its own reproduction. How this fungus works? The fungus infects ants through spores that attach to their exoskeletons and penetrates into their body using mechanical pressure and enzymes. The fungus grows and controls the insect's brain and motor function, causing it to seek out to an optimal location. Once the insect reaches to the ideal location, the fungus kills it. A stalk grows from the insect head, releasing new spores to attach and infect other nearby insects, and also continue the cycle. Watch out more Do You Know segments on Teens Fun Hub. Keep a day with me next week. See your baby girl, Chidi Ebube. Now over to Auntie Oyi to continue with the show. Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Teens Fun Hub on Aneke TV. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We actually took you through a journey of past heroes, entertainment, discovery, and even health tips. We discussed about something, and I am sure you learned so much from it. Until next time, I would want you to keep a date with us. Follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube on Aneke TV. Until next time, I remain your host, Auntie Onyi. Bye.